Let's catch up with business at Cameron County. Our judge, Pete Sepulveda, joining us on 710 KURV. Judge Pete, welcome back. The other day, you guys had a chance to, party a bit on the new I-169 link, which is, I guess, the 550 road over to the port. I was asking Tim if it's linked to. It is linked to I-69, right, Judge? This 169 thing, yes.
Good morning. Yes, they intersect right there in Olmito, where we just constructed the new direct connectors. So from that intersection to the Port of Brownsville, you're talking about a 10-mile stretch. On Tuesday, we signed about 1.5 miles of that stretch that already meet interstate standards. Okay. We're lacking 2 gaps in between that are fully funded and should go to construction later on this year. Once we complete the construction on those 2 gaps, then the entire 10-mile stretch will be able to be signed as Interstate 169.
Okay. Why? What does that mean? This Interstate 169. What does that mean? Why is that such a big deal?
It'll take an interstate all the way to the Port of Brownsville. The Port of Brownsville is a deep water port of South Texas, and just being able to have an interstate that goes directly onto the port is a great way to lure industry to the Port of Brownsville, lure business.
Okay.
Anytime you're marketing, anytime you're trying to lure any type of business, whether it's retail or industrial, one of the first questions that's asked about infrastructure is what interstate leads to your community or to your county, in this case to the Port of Brownsville. And just having the ability to say we have Interstate 69E and then Interstate 169 that goes directly onto the Port of Brownsville is a huge factor in getting development.
Yes, sir.
Going at the Port of Brownsville.
When you say interstate, what I think, what comes to mind is wider, fatter roads, faster access, nonstop access. Did I get it all? Did I get all the points correct?
Exactly. Yeah, and the most important one I would say is it's nonstop. It's a limited access. It's faster, safer, less congested. And once you get on the interstate, you don't have to stop until you get to your destination. So you're absolutely right.
Joining us on 710 KURV, our Cameron County Judge, Pete Sepulveda.
Yeah, Judge Tim Sullivan here. What's the significance of the 3 digits I designation? Why can't you just call it, I-69?
That's a numbering system that TxDOT and the AASHTO, American Association of Highways and Transportation officials have for interstate highways. There was a couple of options that TxDOT had, but at the end they settled on this number.
So it's kind of like it's a link road, it's a spur road type of thing. No?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
But it's an interstate.
And it's still a toll road. It's still a toll interstate.
That's correct, yes.
Unifying road planning efforts in the area, Judge. We talked about that many weeks back. Can you give us, first of all, tell us about these highway, road, and infrastructure planning organizations, some of these that we have in the area, and how we can combine all of them and maybe land some more money down here.
Yeah, there's 3 metropolitan plan organizations in the Rio Grande Valley, 2 in Cameron County, which we're the only county in the state of Texas out of 254 that has 2 MPOs, and then there's 1 in Hidalgo County. Obviously, if you combine your resources, if we combine our population in this case, we would be the 5th largest metropolitan plan organization in the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. What that would give us is a seat at the table when TxDOT is talking about how funds are being distributed in the state of Texas. We have never had a seat at the table because the fact that we have 3 MPOs, we divide our population. However, if we combine the population, it becomes significantly important because that will guarantee additional, millions and millions of dollars that would come
that
to
would
the Rio
be
Grande Valley.
Crucial, Judge, especially when there is such tough competition for those dollars. You're
Houston,
going up against Dallas
San
and
Antonio.
Houston, which traditionally gets the lion's share of that money.
Yeah.
Yes, and more importantly, and the chairman of the Texas Transportation Commission was here 3 days this week during the Rio Grande Valley, and the projects that we're working and trying to develop. And a lot of those projects are connectivity projects, where we would connect, 4 different counties. We would have a direct access from Stark County all the way onto South Padre Island. And then on Military Highway, with the expansion of Military Highway and perhaps an overweight corridor, have direct connectivity from Hidalgo County all the way to Cameron County and to the Port of Brownsville.
Yes, sir.
So it's extremely, extremely important that the political leadership really consider the merger of the MPOs.
So where are we, Judge? I mean, it's time. It's time to unify this area into one. Where are we in the process?
There's a committee that was created from representatives of each of the 3 MPOs, and they've had several meetings. There was an MPO merger committee meeting this week. The city of Brownsville is still opposing the merger. They feel that it's not a good timing, but everybody else seems to be on board. Everybody else seems to believe that.
What are they holding out for, Judge?
I think you go back to, the old mentality, very territorial, that, one side of the Rio Grande Valley will get more funds than the other side. But as I mentioned earlier, we're talking about regional projects. We need to regionalize not only our transportation, we need to regionalize our healthcare, our education, our water, our sewer, our economic development projects. All those need to be regionalized. Cameron County is about to have 6 modes of transportation, and I don't think you can find that anywhere else in the United States.
Yes, 6. Are you including rockets launching into space? That would be 7.
Yeah, in a couple of years, exactly.
What's the meeting today, Judge, about the West Rail corridor? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm aware of the meeting. I'm not sure what the purpose of the meeting is. I believe the city of Brownsville is taking the lead on that. The county is not a part of that.
Pete Sepulveda, or Cameron County Judge, joining us on 710 KURV. What can you tell us of the continuing effort to land a second causeway, northern portion of South Padre?
Very excited about the progress that we have made. We have a great comfort level that we will get environmental clearance here in the next couple of months. And because of that, the Texas Department of Transportation has allowed us to proceed and conduct an industry review meeting that we will have March 1st at South Padre Island. This is a meeting to talk about the project, talk in detail about the status of the project, and see what type of interest is out there in the industry that will consider partnering with the Cameron County Regional Mobility Authority to close the funding gap that we have for this project. So very excited. Up to now, we've got about 85 different firms that have RSVP'd for the event. So I think we will end up with well over 100 people on March 1st. Okay.
And you mentioned the RMA, the Cameron County Regional Mobility Authority. I'm almost afraid to. I'll just go ahead and ask it because, man, I'm still catching up. We got metropolitan planning organizations, the MPOs, 2 in Cameron County, 1 in Hidalgo County, and then we got the Cameron County Regional Mobility Authority. What's that? Because I know the governor just appointed somebody to head that one up down here.
Yeah, the governor just appointed Frank Parker Jr. as the chairman of the Cameron County Regional Mobility Authority. The Regional Mobility Authority is actually the entity that is developing the projects. We're in charge of getting the environmental clearance on the projects, doing the design, acquiring the right-of-way, and then doing the construction of the project. So we've got a $2 billion system of projects that we're working on. We've already completed almost $500 million of construction on different projects. And so that is our task. Our task is to implement those projects. Our task is to coordinate, have a dialogue with our neighboring RMA, which is the Hidalgo County RMA. And so we are looking at a couple of different projects. The first project that we will jointly develop is the FM 1925 project that will connect the city of Edinburgh to South Padre Island.
Okay. I think I get it now. So the MPO, the Metropolitan Planning Organization, you guys are shoveling the projects over to the RMA, the Regional Mobility Authority, because it's the RMA that pulls a trigger and gets the projects done, whatever you guys devise. Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, the federal, state funds are channeled to the MPO, whether the RMA is developing projects or cities or Cameron County and Hidalgo County and other communities in Hidalgo County. So any federal state funds, more than likely, it's funneled through that organization.
Any other acronyms that we're missing out on today?
Did you take notes, Tim? Tim's smirking over here, dude. We got a quiz later on this morning, dude. You better be taking notes.
You know, the message from Chairman Lewis from the Texas Transportation Commission was regionalization.
Yeah.
Because that is the only way that we're going to get a seat at the table.
Did you get a good signal from him this week as far as,
Absolutely, yes.
good.
He was very, very impressed with the growth that the Rio Grande Valley has had.
He ain't
very
seen nothing
impressed
yet.
with the project that we're developing.
Yeah. Judge Pete, thank you much. We'll keep in touch. Cameron County Judge Pete Sepulveda joining us on 710 KURV.